Chris, thank you so much for taking the time today and share the secrets about your growth story with Mila. Chris, you're the CEO and founder of Mila. Can you explain in a nutshell what Mila does?
Hi, sure. Thanks for having me. It's a pleasure to tell a bit more about Mila and what we do. What is Mila? Mila is an on-demand tech support marketplace. We work with strong brands like a Swisscom, Otto, Amazon, and we offer our service directly in the sales channels. So this gives their customer the ability to book an installation service when they buy a smart TV, for example. On the other side, we have also a D2C channel on Mila.com. So if you're at home and you're struggling with your printer or internet is no longer working, or you need to have support for your smartphone, you can choose your service package, book on Mila.com, and we are looking for the right technician for you.
Nice. I always love to describe Mila to friends as the Uber for technical services. How far off is that?
It's definitely not far. It's. I think this was also a little bit. Let's say when I found Mila, this was an inspiration. So the Uber one was an inspiration because we thought the connected home will be so complex in the next 5 to 10 years. So meaning how you get access to someone who is able to support you, who is able to manage your entire tech at home. This needs to be super simple. And we learned from Uber that ordering a taxi is the most simple way you can do it. And this was a motivation for us, an inspiration. Today, of course, there are some differences, but Uber still has still a big respect for my view, because we benefited a lot.
Cool. Nice, interesting. Now, Chris, I remember 12 months ago, we started working together. The product was already there, the business was running, and you wanted to scale, right? Can you share a little bit about the challenges you were facing at that time?
Yeah, we were a small team, and we had a lot of work, as always, right? So we put a lot in, but output was not as big as I wanted, to be honest. And we said, okay, we want to learn how this growth hacking culture is used and is working. So meaning what motivation was really, how can we get more out of the team which we have at the end? So we missed a little bit also certain tools, insights. This was the main reason at the end why we wanted to work. So we had a good market, we had good business already, but we wanted to scale. And the main motivation was how can the team which we have benefit from more insights, how our growth hacking culture is working at the end. Yeah.
Cool, nice. I remember we started talking. What were some of the key points at the end why you decided, okay, let's do such a growth hacking program, let's start working with us?
So first, of course, I knew your background, right? So this was definitely good for me to say, and also for the team to say, look, we want to talk to someone who knows how to do that. This was the first thing. And second, then we knew that we create a lot of new customers over the EP channel, meaning enterprise partner channel is, as I said, a Swisscom or an InterDiscount or an Amazon. And we want to bring this customer back, so for future business, so meaning for direct business, if you have an internet problem and so on. But we figured out that we were not really good in that. So we were not good really to get connected to them and to bring them back. Of course, you can send out emails and newsletters, but that's not the case, right? So we knew that we have to do something there. And this was also why this was the main topic during the program.
Absolutely. Now, as we started working together, we really started going through step by step, building the necessary foundations in marketing, in sales, in a strategy, in product to enable you to scale, right? Going through the through the program, what were some of the biggest aha moments you had?
So for me personally, I think for the team was for sure, at least also a very important part was the Pirates funnel. So we never had a Pirates funnel. So we were able to have a very simple overview and see what channels what is conversion of what channel at the end. And this was super helpful. So this really opened many eyes inside Mila, because in the past we were just looking for single channels, like one enterprise partner, but we had no dashboard which showed us really all these different steps. Where do we lose customers? And this was for me definitely one of the best moments. Yeah.
Absolutely. I also remember this specific learning through, first of all, the channel attribution was very important, but then also like tracking the user journey in detail, understanding that this one conversion rate of like acquiring new users and turning them into your own users was very, very crucial. Can you outline to the audience what the next thing was you did as soon as we had this learning? Like, what were the changes you did at the business?
So we changed first the customer dashboard, and this was then what we did, not how we did it. But I think before we did that, we created a team. So meaning, of course, we always worked kind of cross-functional. But what we didn't do well was at the end that we had a clear focus on 2, 3 people with different skill sets, and that we really focused on one small topics, and we measured that, and we started to improve things until we saw that that we have the increase which we wanted to see. And we did that with the customer dashboard. This was at the end our let's say main product where we did the test, and we wanted to see how we can double, how quick can we double the new users which you can create. And this was our main goal for the first 3 months. And to be honest, after 3 or 4 months, we already tripled the new user base, and this was a big success. It was also very energizing the entire team, because they saw that you can create a real impact if you respect certain rules of growth hacking.
Absolutely. I actually really liked that result you created, because many startups always think that new growth, new acquisition only comes through putting more traffic at the top of the funnel. But that case exactly proved that a lot of growth can actually be created throughout the middle or the bottom stage even of your customer journey funnel. And I think this is something that your team really, really embedded and also focused on in the future. Now, that was 12 months ago, right? So sometime already ago, after our program, you continued working on your own. How did the company evolve at that point? What were things which you really embedded, you could continue? What are things you maybe had some challenges with?
Yeah, so the good thing is we saw then more of these pain points, as you said, right? So how can you improve the conversion in certain, let's say, position or sections? So we see a lot of improvements, or let's say potential for improvements now, and we're working on that with the same mindset. What the challenge was a bit was we had, of course, also some fluctuations, as every startup has. So meaning if people leave, then and you have new people, then you need to take care that they are also coached and that they also understand the way how we work. And now it sounds simple, because you think, okay, if you have already people which work in this kind or in this style, that they know how to teach also the others, but that's not the case. So meaning if you are in a daily business, you have pressure, you want to move on, you want to be super fast, and you have new people, you definitely need to help them to create an attention on this topic. And I think that's also what we do. But of course, it's an ongoing topic. It never stops, right? So sometimes you do things better. And sometimes when you reflect and you see why did something not work, then sometimes you remember, okay, we did it not the way we should have to. And that's a bit the learning. But overall, I see that we kept most of that. So the team was also happy with this setup. They like to work in a kind of a growth hacking setup. But as I said, new people means also you need also to onboard them and to show them why we work in such a mode. But it's not difficult. It's just a thing which you need to take care and where you need to have an attention on.
Absolutely. Yeah. So happy to hear that you managed to really like continue with this new frameworks, foundations, and tactics we built together at Mila. Now it's 12 months ago. Are there some other KPIs which you want to share how the business actually developed over that time span?
Yeah, so at least new user base, this increased very well. So we had 10x over the last 12 months. So we are super happy with that. And we also see that at least what we implemented is working well. And of course, we have a lot of new ideas also to improve that again. And overall, the new business which you created also doubled in the first 7 months. So this was also great. So I would say we're good on track. We have still a lot to do, still a lot to learn. At the end, that's also what it is about. But no, it's fun. Yeah, it makes fun.
Absolutely. So congratulations to that. 10x user base and double new revenue creation. That's absolutely astonishing. So very well job, and happy to hear that that really like works out greatly for you and the team to continue that. Now, if you would talk to anyone who's currently thinking about going deeper into growth hacking, changing the way they work in the company, going more into a data-driven approach, what would you recommend them?
Just do it, because you will benefit. That's the only thing which I can share, because at the end, of course, you need to believe in that, but to work data driven and to have the right framework, that's super, super crucial. And we know we just started. Also for us, it was not the end. So we had now first steps, we learned, and as the company is growing, we'll also invest more into this topic. So I would highly recommend to everyone to work in such a framework. And for us, to be honest, the program was super, super helpful.
Cool. Thank you very much, Chris. That was super interesting, and good luck moving on.
Thank you, Joel, and as well, good luck for the future.